Okay.
Yeah, nobody's on the show that I don't get that doesn't give me permission.
Hey, I give you permission.
Yeah, you can.
You can.
I don't know what part of the story I thought
As
was
I said,
pretty
butt
curious.
plug.
Butt plug. She
With a
thought
furry-
it was a butt plug with a
furry-
bird
Yeah,
tail.
she thought it was a plug, and that was kind of funny.
Hey, you know.
That was a new one. That was
Normally, we're a lot funnier than this, so that's
We'll
very
call it-
unfortunate.
We'll call you when we're drunk.
Wow, it's time for another podcast episode of Riding with Willy, the Nashville Be Careful What You Share in a Rideshare reality podcast. The conversations are always candid, some hysterical, some poignant, and always amazing. And while the participants don't know initially they are being recorded, each has given permission to use their interviews in this podcast. So buckle up, and let's join Willy on this rolling rideshare Ride Around Nashville reality podcast.
Where do you work? You got the hairnet on.
Centennial Medical Center.
Okay. You work in the kitchen there too? Is that where you're wearing a net, or you a tech, or what?
Working dietary.
Yeah. So y'all's day is done.
Yes.
Good. Time to go home, relax.
Get ready for tomorrow.
Got to do it again?
I'm off.
Good for you.
I'm off.
You got any interesting Taco Bell stories? Who's the most interesting person you ever had come through there? Anything crazy in the Centennial cafeteria?
No.
No crazy people?
No.
No? Okay.
Everybody's pretty sane. So far.
Do what?
I said so far. I
Oh.
haven't experienced anything. Other than a guy one time got choked. And the response time of all the, people in there was just, it was unbelievable.
Yeah, if you're going to start choking on food, I imagine the hospital cafeteria
It'd be the best place. Yeah.
is the best place to.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were on him, as they say, stat.
Yeah, they were. They were
Stat.
on him stat.
Did they have to pull the Heimlich on him?
Yeah.
And they did it. They
Yeah.
saved it. They got
Yeah.
it. Yeah, that's a great story. Yeah, that's good advice to people.
While one was doing that, everybody works in different departments mostly.
Sure.
And while one was doing that, somebody was already getting the water, bringing him the water. It was just kind
They
of,
were operating like a team.
operating like a team, exactly.
Hey, this is Amanda from Atlanta, Georgia, and you're riding with Willy.
What are you studying?
Vocal performance and business, double major. So it's 2 different degrees.
Wow. Vocal performance and business.
Yeah, a dual degree.
You want to sing?
Yeah, that's what
Is that your first?
I feel like that's every performer's first choice, to be like, I want to sing and I want to do that
In
forever.
what area, may I ask?
I make my own music. So like a bedroom pop kind of thing, something like that.
Oh, you do that?
Yeah.
You got a YouTube channel?
Yeah, and, or not yet, I'm working on it, but I have an album released on Spotify.
You do?
Mhm.
What's it called?
Avery Franks Orbit.
Oh, I can't wait to listen to it.
Yeah.
Where'd you record it? In your bedroom?
I'm
Like-
from Tampa, so we did it in Tampa, but the guy that I recorded it with, him and his family moved up to Nashville, hence why I'm here.
Oh, so you're cutting some more stuff?
Yeah, I'm coming to do some more stuff.
Exciting. Is this stuff you write?
Yeah, I write all of it.
So you write the music as well, or you just record over beats?
Yeah, I write the music and I write the lyrics.
What's your main instrument? Piano?
Guitar and bass. A little bit of piano, not much.
How long have you known you wanted to do this, may I ask?
I know I've always been able to sing about for as long as that I could talk. And then throughout I grew up in a military family, so we moved around a lot. I actually lived in Nashville twice. Or Clarksville, but so not Nashville.
Right, I
But
get it.
it's easier to be like, oh yeah, I lived in a cool part of Tennessee.
You're up at Fort Campbell.
Yeah, up in Fort Campbell. And I always just liked performing. It was just fun. I felt most comfortable behind a microphone, and then I picked up the guitar when I was about 14. And I'm 19 now, so that's 5 years of that.
Did you perform on basses?
No, I wish. I'm
You
not
didn't have any opportunities to perform for the troops?
Yeah. Oh, a couple times, like national anthems and things like that.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I got to do stuff like that.
Your dad must be very proud.
Yeah,
Is he still in the military?
no, he retired after 28 years of service, and
Wow.
when I was 13. Yeah, 13.
Does your dad and mom sing? Do they have talent, or are you just something you just developed on your own?
Sorry.
Do your parents have talent too? Is it something you
They
got
have
from
no
them?
idea. My sister's also a dancer. They have absolutely no idea where it comes from. I couldn't tell you either. My dad thinks it's from him. The man is tone deaf. He is tone deaf. But if he were in this car, he'd say it was him.
Well, I imagine he and your mom were both very supportive.
Yeah, I mean, I'm extremely lucky to have the parents that I do. Because they just want to watch me succeed. They do everything that they can to help.
That's nice to hear.
Yeah, it's super cool.
I can't wait to hear your CD. Is it a full album?
Yeah, it's 9 tracks. I think amassing
All songs that you wrote.
all songs that I wrote.
What's your favorite song on the album? What's your favorite cut? Do you have one?
I don't know. That's like asking who's your favorite child, like stuff like that. Like that's like asking that because they're all my babies.
Which one do you enjoy performing?
The one called "Come Down."
Come Down?
Come Down. Yeah.
Okay.
It's fun. It's just got like a fun little like funky. It's got like a funky like bass line and it's more electronic, which is something I'm not used to, but it's so much fun to perform.
You played the bass on it?
I did, yeah. I don't play bass live because I'm not very great, but I'm still like learning that kind of stuff. But I like to play guitar live. But I'm actually in a jazz quintet up at school. My friend plays saxophone, and he texted me randomly and was like, "Hey, I booked this show. I really I think that if I get up and just play saxophone for 45 minutes, people are gonna leave. So will you come sing on this?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure." And so I've been doing that for about 6 months now.
Did you write lyrics for it, or you
Yeah,
covers?
he'll send me a cut that they made, and then I'll just repeat it, like a cut that's like maybe a minute, and then we'll repeat it, add solos, and then it becomes a 5-minute song. It's super fun.
Why NYU and not Belmont?
I actually was set to go to Belmont, and then I was like set to go to school out here, and then I got into NYU, Miami, Berkeley School of Music, and USC all on the same day. So it was
Your
like,
letters came all on the same day.
yeah, they all come on like, I want to say March 31st, and then you have a month to be like, hey, I want to do this thing, because I wasn't a super great student in high school. So I didn't think that I was going to get into all of those to any of those places, but I guess my audition process, my essay proved me worthy, which is kind of cool. And then
Did you audition for any of them as well?
yeah, I auditioned for every single one of them.
Yeah. How do you like living in New York City?
I love it.
What do you do for the Titans?
I do like broadcast.
Yeah.
Broadcast coordination, stuff like that. That's my official title, but more or less like a jack of all trades, just kind of anything that needs to get done.
What's your best Titan story?
I started 4 weeks ago.
Tell me.
Yeah. Well, that's it.
No, tell me your best story, like, on the job kind of thing.
It didn't go as well, but I got to shoot the game on against the Bengals. So I was on the sideline doing that. So that was really cool. Going to the combine on Monday. So that'll be
Nice.
fun.
You gonna be watching?
I don't know. We'll be grabbing some interviews from just like TV personalities, kind of on their opinions and stuff like that. We won't really be watching.
What's Vabral like?
I've never actually met Vrabel yet, but my boss works really close with him, and he's just such a genuine guy. Like if you're on his good side, he'll do anything for you.
It's nice to hear.
He's a great guy. He's definitely the right fit. So I'll meet him actually for the first time this upcoming week. So
It's exciting.
should be good.
Did you dream of working in the NFL when you were young? What's your background?
I worked for the Jets 2 seasons, and then the season before that, I was at NFL Films.
Oh, that was my dream gig as a kid, man.
Yeah, I wasn't doing much.
Steve Stable,
Yeah,
Family
yeah.
Man. I grew up with that. I'm 61. I grew up with NFL film.
Yeah.
When you had it,
I wasn't really doing too much there. I shadowed with a producer, so I saw kind of like behind the scenes, but like I was doing more like entry level work and stuff like that. So I was only there for a season,
yeah,
but
but
it was still good.
what an
Good
experience, huh?
Yeah. really cool. Every Wednesday we would watch like premieres for the shows that they're releasing. They kind of would just go over notes, so it was really cool insider to see what goes through their minds and stuff like that.
Did you play college ball?
Yeah, I played D2 ball in Westchester, small school out there, right outside of Philly. Played center. So, yeah. Kind of always been around football, didn't want to leave it.
Your first day on the job, you met Chris Johnson.
Yeah, that's true.
You met Chris Johnson your first day on the job?
Very much.
First,
Tell me about that story, man.
yeah, that was the first day.
Tell me the story. What
They
happened?
had like a pep rally going on.
Mm-hmm.
So me and him got like these VIP passes, I guess, to go hang out. And Chris Johnson was there, so we just went up and talked to him. And it was pretty cool.
Nice guy.
Yeah, really nice.
Just real. Yeah.
He was open. Once he realized I worked for the Titans, we weren't just like random people.
Yeah.
He was really open about like talking to us then.
Yeah. You're an insider. You're.
Yeah, exactly.
in-
It made it
in the
more
biz.
comfortable.
Sure.
'Cause
You
he
feel
doesn't-
comfortable? Do you feel comfortable talking to me
Yeah, I feel comfortable talking to anyone. I could talk
like
to
an
anyone.
insider?
There you go. It's all good. I haven't said anything crazy.
This is a reality podcast called Ridin with Willy.
Really?
Is it okay if I use some of our conversation in
Yeah,
this
yeah, go
podcast?
for it.
Great stuff in
Yeah.
this podcast.
Yeah, sounds good. Yeah, no worries. You can definitely use it.
That's great.
It's a good idea you got going on there.
It is. You wouldn't believe the conversations I've had. Okay, wait a minute. We're not recording this.
Whoa.
All right. Turn that off, but you could leave it running.
Yeah, I work at Sunda Nashville downtown as a sushi chef, and we get.
You work at Sunda?
I work at Sunda.
Man, you're the sushi chef there?
Sushi chef.
I want to interview the chef there for the other podcast.
Chef Mike.
Yeah.
There you go.
My chef Mike's awesome. Yeah, I work there, and we see famous people in there all the time. It's
Oh, sure.
Yeah, it's rolling.
What's the nicest famous person story you had at Sunda?
The nicest famous person I had was I was working one day, and guy sits down, dreadlocks, right in front of the sushi bar in front of me. Was just talking totally normal. He was there probably like 45 minutes, making conversation. He left $100 tip. I had no idea who he was, and then
Was it the king?
one of my workers was like, "Do you know who you were just talking to for the last like 45 minutes?" And I was like, "No idea. That guy was really nice though." And he was like, "That's the lead guitarist for Shinedown." He's sitting there just talking to me for 45 minutes. Yeah,
That's cool.
it was super cool. And yeah, you would have never never would have known. He was just a normal person, but super nice. Really cool guy though.
Hey, this is Laura.
Hey, this is Janelle.
Hey, this is Alex.
We're from Boston. Riding with Willy.
Wait, I missed it. Did we say we're from Boston first?
All right, so who's getting married?
None of us. We're all married.
This is not a bachelorette party?
No.
This is not.
This is a girls' weekend?
It's just a girls'
Girls'
weekend.
Well, even better. Well, that's cool. Girls' weekend, huh?
I think we should make a game about counting the bachelorette parties, though.
Ooh, I like it.
Yes.
People watching us.
Who can snap the most pictures
Right.
of brides?
Right.
Unique brides.
Yeah.
That could be a good drinking
Yeah,
game.
it-
But I was
totally
thinking
be of the shots
a
lined
shot.
up.
Oh my god.
That is
We
a-
would be
drunk
dead.
immediately.
And excellent. So every time you see a bride, you got to take a shot.
Oh no. You
You
would
girls-
last about half an hour.
Yeah, you girls will be back at the Airbnb or the hotel like in about 30
Right,
minutes.
Yeah.
Passed out for the entire weekend.
That infusion of
No, what you ought to do, here's the game. I'm just top of my head here.
Mm-hmm.
You have to take a unique picture of a bride. She has to be wearing a sash or the bridal hat, right?
Mm-hmm.
And at the end of the weekend, the one who has the fewest pictures has to buy the other two dinner.
Oh.
Right.
But you can't have if you take a picture, you got to send it to them and like, wait, no, I got that one.
This one's
Right.
taken.
It's got to
It's like playing slug bug, you know.
Yeah,
you-
just like
yeah.
slug.
But it's bride bug. We'll call it bridal bug.
Bride bug.
You probably
And the
what you have to
one-
do is you have to be in the photo. You have to be
Right.
like, oh, can I take a
Yes.
picture with
You
you?
have to be like,
Oh,
oh,
that makes
so,
it.
congratulations, you're so beautiful.
And that's right. You got to be the first. There you go. See, we've invented a game.
I like the dinner idea. I'm in.
I'm down.
No, well, let me know how that works out.
Kristen, Who do you think is the least likely to run up to a bride and be in a photo with them? It's definitely not me.
It's definitely no. I mean, I for sure.
Maybe
Maybe
I.
you?
Maybe me. I guess it's me.
Ash-
Well, you weren't
Ashley
bashful about
dinner.
sitting in my front seat now, were you?
No.
You came right up here. You claimed it. You took it. You
I
owned
took
it.
it. I owned it.
Are you Ashley?
I am Ashley.
Well, you're the tipper, right? So you right up front. You get to ride up here. Where are you from, Ashley?
We are from Michigan.
The best tippers are from Michigan. I love when I get people from Michigan.
Yes,
So I always leave a great tip.
Interesting. Interesting. I haven't
What
had
part
the
of
same
Michigan?
experience.
Tips ever.
Lansing area.
So what are the men doing? Hey, you got kids? Are they watching the kids? And-
Laura's
Sorry.
husband is in charge of the children,
okay.
and the other two of us don't have children.
Oh, yeah. Rob's in charge of the dogs.
Yeah, and Jay's in charge of fixing up the house.
All right.
Yeah.
Those are their respective roles for the weekend.
Well, I'm excited. I'm going to be curious to find out who wins this game this weekend.
Oh.
You have to set a definitive end time too, like
Oh, we will.
Oh, right.
checkout time or whatever the Airbnb
Right.
is.
Well, it's
That's-
got to be
Brunch time.
before. It's got to be
Brunch
before
Sunday.
dinner on Saturday. Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Sunday.
Yeah. Okay, brunch Sunday.
When do you
that's
come
a
back?
There you go.
choice.
Sunday.
Sunday.
Yeah.
And you have a brunch plan?
Yeah.
Oh, brunches count.
What'd you
Brides
say?
are out there at brunch too.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you have to
By
set a
end-
time,
Yep.
cutoff.
By
So
the
have to
time
do,
the
like-
bill comes at brunch.
Yeah. There you go.
Right. There you go.
Okay. Got it.
There you go.
Bottomless mimosa brunch. I just want you to know that.
Yes. That's what I want. No, I want. Yeah. I got to win.
That's great.
Oh, Demon. That's my favorite thing ever.
Well, we have to pick a start time too. Like.
Yeah.
But begins the minute I drop you off.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. Perfect.
So,
Everybody has their phone charged.
yep,
Good.
we're good. We're ready.
Look at
We're
us.
ready.
With our sweats and our.
I'm checking that out in the other
Hey, you're
cars
looking
right now.
real cute. Can I have a
Where's that bus? I know there's a bird over there.
Where's that party bus?
All right, so what about, do you think you get an equal amount of bachelor parties or no, not really?
Oh, we could do grooms too. We could include the groom.
I feel like rooms are harder to identify.
That's true.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
can
sit
lie
or
about
sash
that.
it.
Just
Yeah.
the brides.
Just
Okay.
the
You'll
brides.
know
They're
it.
pretty obvious.
Yeah, that's true.
And you know what? You should get one extra point if they're wearing a sash.
I feel like they're all wearing
Or a
sashes these
tiara.
days.
Not always. Sometimes it's
Ooh,
just
I
a
like the
different
tiara.
hat.
Yeah, because they all have sashes on, right?
So a tiara is worth
Yeah,
extra points.
tiara.
I think so
Yeah.
because not
Yeah.
everybody wears one of
Sometimes
those.
they just have
I did,
shirts.
obviously.
Tell me what it was like growing up in Pittsburgh. So did you ever go to Steelers games? or-
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah.
I'd probably make it to 2 or 3 Steelers games a year as an adult. I lived over on the North Shore, right by where their stadiums are.
Okay.
So oftentimes I would go tailgate on a Sunday, just like with friends that were going to games. And then you just run into tickets, you know? They're expensive to get ahead of time or even like day of sometimes, but you'd have friends that got a little too drunk and they're like, just give me the $75 face and you can go. And I'm like, okay. I'd go to the most Penguins games because the company I worked for in Pittsburgh was a logistics company. And the 2 guys that owned it originally were also like small part owners in the Penguins. So we had tickets all the time, which was great.
That's cool.
Yeah, I was a little spoiled, you know.
Tell me about your first memory of the Steelers game. Who was
Oh man, at a Steelers game?
the quarterback?
So when we were young, it was like Cordell Stewart.
Okay.
And so I don't remember, like I'm 40, so I was too young to remember like Terry Bradshaw, but I remember them talking about him. But I remember a guy, Mike something, that was a quarterback for a while, but he wasn't really good. And then we had like Bubby Brister, Neil O'Donnell, but Cordell was the one that like as a kid I was like, this is awesome, you know, like because he came to the league and he was kind of a gadget guy, and then he was the quarterback, and he was really good at first, and then not as much. But man, we got lucky to have Ben Roethlisberger for as many years as we did. You know, that's from when I was in college until pretty much now, he was the quarterback. You know, it doesn't happen too often. He wasn't the best guy on the planet, but he was a fine quarterback.
Now, the knothole game.
Yeah.
So what was that? Were those just tickets that they would sell for cheap?
Yeah, they were just like uppers, and they had a couple sections that they'd section off, and you would just. So there was a company called Hills there, which is a department store. It was at the time.
Okay.
It's closed now, but they had like a program through Hills where you'd go and you'd get this like little certificate to fill out. And you'd like, I'm a member of the Knothole Gang, and these are the tickets I want, and you could get I think it was a pair of tickets. Might have been 2 pairs for 2 games. So we would get that. I would get the same games my brother would get. And then, we'd have enough to take the whole family. So it was but I remember like the picture of the kid, like it was like a picture of a little kid, like you just see the eye, like looking through the thing.
It was cool.
Yeah, it was super cool. And so it was a good way to build fans, And then in hockey, the Penguins had a thing called Student Rush. So I was in high school, and my brother Steve, like I said, was 15 years older than me. So he was like pretty well into his job at UPS already, making decent money. But he still took some classes at community college. So he had a student ID. And then we were kids, so they knew we were students. So a couple times a year, he would take me and my brother down to Student Rush, and they'd give you the best tickets that were available. So we would get 3 tickets, and we would have the best tickets that were available. And sometimes, man, you were 4 rows from the glass. Like, it was nuts. Especially with 3 and not like 2 or 4. Like, wherever they had 3 tickets, that's where they'd put you. So we saw some games really close up when we were kids. And my brother Steve was like, 1 ticket, $60. I'm taking all 3 of us for that, So, yeah.
So I got to ask you.
Yeah.
Your favorite, you don't need jerseys. Who are your jerseys?
Oh, yeah. My favorite jersey I have is a retro Penguins jersey from the 70s from a guy, Dave the Hammer Schultz, who used to play for the Flyers. And he had the most penalty minutes of any guy ever in the NHL. So
So that was your claim to fame, that jersey.
Well, it was like,
that was
pretty
cool.
And like everybody had the new players, but this one was like, it was Mitchell and Ness. Like, dude, I've had that since college. My brother Steve got it for me. He's like, yo, this jersey's your size. Here.
I bet it got a lot of compliments when you show up.
So many, especially in college. Like everyone had a Penguins jersey, but it was Lemieux or it was Crosby. Then after, or Yager. Like that was what everybody had. Maybe like Rick Tocchet or someone that was like on that '90s teams that were really good. But I had that old school '70s one. It was blue, and the Penguins colors are black and gold now. So it was when they were still blue before they changed to match the Steelers and Pirates. So it's a cool jersey. When people see it, they're like, "Who is that?" But some of the guys are like, "Dave the Hammer Schultz, that's awesome."
Yeah, you get credit.
Yeah.
Have you ever worn it here? Have you been to a Predators game yet?
I have. Yeah, been to a couple last year. Super fun, man. It's a great hockey town here. I was surprised. Sometimes in the South you wonder if it is, but it's a great hockey town here. I love hockey live. That's my favorite sport live. With hockey, there's just something about being there.
Sure.
Man, yeah, we were blessed in Pittsburgh we had bad teams for a while, and that was cool because I got to actually go to games, And then they were, when Lemieux was, I remember the first game we were ever at was my brother Chaz's birthday, way up high. And we were down, I think it was 4 goals. And Chaz was like, man, we just had such a great time still. Even though we lost, it was in the third, like start of the third. Even though we lost, like it was still great. Thank you guys so much. And my brother Steve was like, we haven't lost yet. And he's like, what do you mean? We're down 4 goals. He's like, Mario's on the ice. We can change that at any time. He's like, this is hockey. That was, when you were younger and the goalies weren't as good as they are now. Dude, they scored 5 goals in the third and won that game. The first game I was ever at.
What a great memory to
I
have.
know. Like my first hockey game.
Hey, this is Christian.
Hey, this is Rael.
And we're from San Antonio, and we're riding with Willy.
Yes, sir.
You're here for a bachelorette party.
No, it's her birthday.
Whose birthday?
What?
Hannah.
Hannah?
Yeah.
Happy birthday.
Thanks.
Well, you come to the right town to party, didn't you?
Oh, yes, I did.
I'm sure you didn't come here to check out our libraries.
Oh, no.
No.
Museums?
Not today. No.
Okay.
Male strippers, maybe.
Male strippers.
Do we have that here? I don't even know.
They're called Hungomania.
Have you looked it up?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I've been there before.
This is not our first day.
Which one is it, may I ask? Would that be rude of me?
27.
Okay, it's good.
I know.
You're not old.
So you were born in 1995?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
I have a question.
Sure.
What is that thing? It's a furry thing.
That is an ionizer.
What is an ionizer?
to keep the air fresh.
Oh.
You put them in your home.
I thought you.
Yeah.
What I thought it was.
What did you think it was?
What? I'm not sure, really.
Yeah, well, go ahead and guess. What did you think it was? I get a lot of
Have you seen
people.
those butt plugs that have like.
What did you think it was?
tails?
Oh, one of those?
Yeah.
No.
I got a little weirded out for a second.
Yeah, that would. Yeah, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to creep you
No,
out.
yeah, I was just kidding.
Yeah, no, it's not that.
Or I thought it might have been like a microphone.
The
I'm not
Hilton
sure.
Garden Inn.
Well, ladies have a confession to make.
Yeah.
That actually is a microphone. This is a reality show.
It's
Yeah.
like
It's called Riding with Willy.
So we don't get a free night. or
Season 1. And this is the show right here. There's only three.
You're lying.
There's only 3 more episodes
Riding with
left. 3
Willy.
more episodes left. You can scan it. Listen to the show. It's pretty funny. I get all kinds of crazy people. Unfortunately, we didn't get to have a conversation that was.
I'm gonna be politely disrespectful to this woman.
Well, what I'm saying is that that was it. I made a mistake.
Okay.
Yeah, nobody's on the show that I don't get that doesn't give me permission.
Hey, I give you permission.
Yeah, you can.
You can.
I don't know what part of the story I thought
As
was pretty
I said,
pretty
butt
curious.
plug. Butt plug. She
With the
thought it was
furry-
a butt plug with a bird
Yeah,
tail.
she thought it was a plug, and that was kind of funny.
Hey, you know.
That was a new one. That was
Normally we're a lot funnier than this, so that's
We'll
very
call,
unfortunate.
we'll call you when we're drunk.
Yeah.
yeah. You'll have a story later, won't you?
Yeah.
So how do we ask for you on that?
You can't. You can't.
Dang
It's just
it.
luck of the draw.
Damn. Give us your number. Your number on here. We'll call you.
It's your number. We'll call you.
Hope you enjoyed this episode of Riding with Willy, your Nashville Be Careful What You Share in a Rideshare Reality podcast. Be sure to subscribe here to catch each new weekly episode of Season 1. Look for us on social media and find us on the internet at pod615.com. Click on the Riding with Willy link for show notes and more information. Remember, all of the passengers in this show have given their permission to be featured. As always, thanks for listening. Riding with Willy is a podcast production from the Pod 615 and William Kitchen's Creative Group, Inc.
Did we say we're from Boston first?